Today we have a 2008 on the record Euro. I'm recording this with voiceover. The original video didn't come out too good in terms of the sound, so I had to do a voiceover. Anyway, we're going to have to replace, well, it seems to replace a low beam headlight globe, and it involves removing the headlight. And in order to do that, we're going to have to remove the bumper bar, the top section, a plastic shroud that sits over the grille with some clips, and now you can see I'm removing them. And these things are quite brittle, so don't be surprised if you end up breaking a few, which means you're going to have to replace them. There's, I think, for memory, 6 or 8 on this top section, and yeah, just use a little screwdriver or the proper plastic clip remover. So this bit came out, and now the next section is on the rear mudguard. There's also on the inner section, just on the, yeah, you can see there I'm sort of raising it. There's a little clip. If you remove that clip, that plastic shroud is loose and you can move it apart to access one of the headlight bolts. Now I am going to remove a self-tapper or a screw that's just underneath the wheel arch. It just secures the bottom section of the bumper bar. Just there, so there's one on the left hand side and one on the right. I'm grabbing the camera to try and show you a closer shot of where this screw is, and it's just there. Yeah, just removing the right hand side screw. Now I'm going to close the bonnet or the hood for some and raise the car so I can access or get access to all of the underside of the front bumper bar. Alright, so right underneath there's a channel, and there's a swag of them along that channel, and each one of those have to come out, and you'll probably find out that you'll break a few because they are very brittle and dirty. So in any event, if you do break some, you'll just need to replace them. I did break a few because some of them were, like I said, brittle, but also dirty. They get a lot of road grime and they just become, the inner pin just does not move and you end up snapping them, but there's no way around it. So it's all loose, all the clips are out. Now we're going to lower the vehicle. Now I've got my friend Eddie to give me a hand with the bumper bar. Once I remove all the clips, most likely the bumper bar will drop. So I've got him to give me a hand. I'm going to try and get a shot of the side first. I'm going to start by unclipping the bumper bar from the wheel arch side, and a little bit of force and out she comes. Okay, that's one side. Now the same procedure on the right hand side. So now underneath these headlights there's 5 plastic clips, and what I need to do is release a bit of pressure on these 5 clips one at a time, and as you release the pressure, you pull the bumper towards the front like I'm showing there. So I'm squeezing the screwdriver underneath the plastic clip, and at the same time with the blue plastic lever just try and bring the bumper bar forward, and you do that one at a time. Eventually you'll get them all loose. It is a bit fiddly because some of these clips are very tight, so you got to squeeze a screwdriver there and sort of spin it around and release that pressure. Just got to be careful. Try and use plastic tools rather than steel, or if you're going to use a steel like I'm using a screwdriver there, that screwdriver has a plastic coating so you don't scratch anything. Okay, it's coming out ever so slowly, but that's the only thing. You don't want to go there with too much force because you end up breaking the clips, and then we got more problems. Okay, so this side, the left hand side is done. You can see the bumper bar just slightly dropped, and we're going to repeat that on the other side. Just putting a rubber mat underneath the bumper in case it does drop. Seems like a lot of work for one globe, but some of these cars, that's the way. There's no other option. The access is basically non-existent on some of these models. You just can't get your hands to it. Just one more, that's it, one more clip and that was it. She's out. Now I got to get to the 4 bolts. There's one on the top fender, 2 underneath. Now I use a 10mm socket. One of the bolts, this one here, is quite deep, so you'll need an extension, something like about an 8-inch extension to get to it. And I'm using a battery operated ratchet which speeds up the process a little. And there's one on the side. You can't see it from here, but that's where it is now, where I'm operating. There's one there on the side. So the bracket that holds the bumper bar is now loose. You put that aside for the time being. And there's one bolt on top that needs to be removed. and the headlight is out. Alright, so this is the low beam globe just behind a plastic cover that I'm going to remove now. That plastic cover can go back when the headlight is installed, that you can access, but to remove the actual globe that I'm going to remove now, that's almost impossible with the headlight fitted, because it's got two clips, one on each side, which I've just removed, and then you've got to jiggle that out. So one clip out, and now it just should come out probably. There we go, that's it. And that's the globe. This is a $95 globe, very expensive. And you have to hold the base and twist the plastic housing of the globe like so. And there's you need a bit of force on that, and then jiggle it, and out she comes. I'm using gloves here because I didn't want to put any fingerprints on the glass of the globe, so you just fit that in and reverse, basically reverse your thing, just whack that in. It's got to sit on a particular groove, so it can be a bit fiddly, but you just make sure it's on the groove, and then you push your clips down. There's one on each side. Push the clips to hold the whole globe in place. As you can see, it's very fiddly because you need to see where those clips clip, and now the now the earth cable. Push that in back in its position. There's a little tab. Okay, and that's all good. Now basically, yeah, the headlight goes back on, and you bolt it down and basically just reverse the process. The clips right on where the blinker is, there's a little clip, and you've got to sit it inside that clip, and then yeah, just I'm putting a bolt there for now. Just line it up and finger tight sort of thing, and then replace the other three, and hopefully it's gonna So I'm installing now the bracket, and the plastic bracket that holds the bumper bar. That's got to go in place because those bolts that secure the headlight also secure this bracket, so you got to put that in before you start bolting your headlight. See, that bolt's quite deep. You definitely need the extension, and then you just nip it. Do the side one, and then there's one more, one on top of the fender there, and there will be one more on, and it sort of goes from the bottom up, and that's it. There's your 4. So globe put on. Hopefully hopefully it will light up, and bingo, all good, working. So what we do now is just clip the bumper bar back on, and yeah, that's all done. Just reverse, and all complete.